Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, the stars of the team, Leonard and George, are the forwards. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Man in at the two-guard position. Now, here's George. Here's Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Leonard on the wing. Over House. Outside for George. Off target with his 3. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Portland.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
They looked totally in sync, GA. I mean, they knew what they wanted to accomplish, and then they went out there and did it.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And George drops them both. Chris, you played only 2 seasons with Golden State, your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was a full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect then. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then. And to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who support me.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Now, here's Beverley after Clint Capella's miss. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide-open man easily.
The 3 from Harden. They get it again. Capella, that one goes in.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forward.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George finds Leonard. Free throw line jump shot. No good on the shot. And the Rockets take it the other way. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Basket, good. And it's all knotted up.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Now, here is George. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Oklahoma City.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Count it.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. There's the pass to George. Man guarded by Harden. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
The shot by House is no good. The Clippers trail. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here is George. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. They get it back. Yep, it counts. And so here is Houston. Outside Westbrook. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Westbrook's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Beverly. He shoots again. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. The dish to Harden. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Harden. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Houston. They trail by 1. They get it back. Here's Tucker. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Now there's the grit we've come to expect from Tucker. Getting into position for the rebound and getting some points out of it.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Five to shoot. Fires the three. Rebound by House.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Now, here is Harden, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against one make. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
They get a hand on it. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And now a 5-point Rocket lead. LA's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Capella. Cephalosha comes in for Daniel House. And McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Harrell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Oklahoma City. Harkless the pass to Harrell. 6 on the shot clock. Good on the shot.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Williams is running.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Rivers with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Rockets shooting their first free throw tonight. That free throw good for McLemore.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode. Now, I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Now here is Cephalosha. Back to Chandler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Harkless with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
The team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Another miss by Houston. The Clippers trail. Here's Williams. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers
For Montrezl Harrell.
He's averaging 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Rockets lead by 4. LA's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And here is Harkless. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Rivers against Beverly. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. On the wing, Cephalosha. 6 to shoot. Pass to Chandler. Over Harkless. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that's what Beverly does best, a quick passer who distributes the ball incredibly well.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Williams. Chandler's shot good.
And the recognition of McLemore, a team-oriented player who is always looking to dish the rock.
Rivers against Beverly. To the paint. Here's Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Out to the wing. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among two guards. James Harden is second, and of course, Lou Williams.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, it all starts with ball movement, Greg. I mean, your off guard has that kind of unselfish mindset that these guys do. I mean, it makes a big difference.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And, Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
There's Green with the three. It's tipped.
Well, you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him.
Now here's Chandler. Houston needs to get a shot off. Rivers can't get it to go.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
There's 10 seconds left in the first. Now Williams. A three ball.
That's fantastic when Rivers makes an impact, just like right there. I mean, you love when he hustles and works hard on D.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead, up by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Chandler. Then McLemore is out there with Rivers. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Sefolosha in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Sefolosha. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green finds Williams. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. No good that time. The Rockets trail. Pass to Rivers. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Williams looking around. Rockets with the rebound.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Beverly. 9 points last game out. Harrell, that's good.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
Here's McLemore. And the rejection by Harrell. And yes, it's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
It's Williams with the drive. There's always at least one joker on every roster. Who was the funniest guy, Chris, you ever played alongside?
Oh, man, by far it's Jay Will. Jay Will, White Chocolate, he's the funniest. Before the game, after the game, during the game, he would, it'd be a bad call by a ref or something. He'd say something to the ref would laugh and pat him on the butt. I mean, he was, he's a funny guy. He's somewhere right now telling jokes, having somebody laugh and fall out on the floor. It was just his personality, a hard worker, but he definitely was the joker on the court.
The first one falls.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Houston making a switch here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. James Harden, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. And both free throws good for Lou Williams.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Westbrook passes to House. Top of the key. Offensive rebound. And it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And the massive wingspan of Capella. I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And it's Westbrook missing. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And George kicks to Williams. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Now here's Westbrook. He had 28 points in the win against Portland.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
Here is Harden. Pulls it up. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Harrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
It took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade.
Take a break.
Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. He doesn't get the second one.
Boy, they would have loved to grab the lead there, but you can't make them all.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And it's Capella missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's Harrell. He's got 8. Back to Williams. Stolen by Capella trying to free himself up. Westbrook, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And it's Westbrook missing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Lou Williams. 17th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league. A tireless worker on the offensive end, and it's no wonder he's top 20 in points. Here is House. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. Shot clock at 6. Harden outside. From deep three-point range. Kept alive by Houston. And the rejection by Harrell. George finds Williams. And here is Harrell. Back to Williams. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Back to Westbrook. Passes it to House. Back to Westbrook. They need this one. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
Now Leonard. After Westbrook's missed 3. Man passes to George. From the left block, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
But they'll get another chance.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
4 on the clock. That's tipped. Stolen by George. They're running. Lets a floater go. That shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Clippers in second.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Westbrook uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 7 points.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-eating. The shot by House is no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the wing, Cephalosha. Knocks it loose. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 7. Capella trying to free himself up. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 6, and the bucket from Westbrook. The Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. The pass to Leonard. And it's good for 2. Leonard's got the lead, back up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Outside Westbrook. And he's good on the 3-ball. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
Zubac is checked in for Harrell. McLemore's checked in for Houston. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 5-point game. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Williams. Clippers working now with the new shot clock.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Williams leading the charge. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
Here's George, and Capella sends it back. And they'll keep possession beyond the arc. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
He's got 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter. I mean, for the game, he's got 9 points from deep. Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs.
So both teams making some changes here. And it's Houston's ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
Now, here's Tucker. He had 13 points in the win against Portland. Pass to Harden. Let's go. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now, here is Harden. Dishes to McLemore. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of the game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Rivers against Beverly. He kicks to Williams. High, arcing shot. The shot, no good. Chandler with the defensive effort. Here's Rivers. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Williams from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It would be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. Check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. George and Zubac inside at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Capella with the bucket.
Difficult to contain this close. At 6'10", 240 pounds, Capella is a force.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Rocket shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Pass to House. Back to Westbrook for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
George finds Zubac. Here's Leonard. Beverly with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Over Harden. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it. Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I love his hands. Great footwork. He takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim, and if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
And Capella sends it back.
And in elite shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shooters.
Harden, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
And with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. And a moment to see numbers for James Harden. Averaging 39 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Outside, George. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
They lost their edge on D here in the second half. I mean, far too passive. They're not dictating the pace anymore.
Westbrook against Beverly. The pass to man. Outside, George. Rebounded by Capella.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now George, after Westbrook's missed 3, George finds Zubac. Man passes to Zubac. George against Harden. Pulls from the top of the key. Another shot. No good from Zubac. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Here's Harden. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Here is House. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good. House. And the Clippers call time here. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. James Harden, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Clippers trail by 10.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here is George. Tight defense on him. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now Beverly, after Westbrook's missed three, and it's George finishing it off.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And I mean, what can you do? Capella's agility, I mean, in the pick and roll, it's impressive.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's George, drilled from 11 feet out. George has got 4 points this quarter.
That's what they want to see from him inside, keeping his cool and not letting the D bother him.
Harden inside the three-point line. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There weren't any Swiss players in the NBA until just a few years ago, but now Capella is one of several guys from Switzerland making an impact in this league.
The Rockets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Capella.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Houston. All free throws good from Capella. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Paul George.
1 shot.
And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with a streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State. Okay, Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they had 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Rockets. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And so he hits both. Rockets leading by 11. Outside Westbrook. It's good. Westbrook's got 23 points.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Now here's Harrell. He's got 14. On the wing, Williams. From past the arc. Good work defensively by Harden. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Kevin, Capella has a nice array of moves and shots to choose from.
Here's Beverly. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Harden scanning the floor. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harden against Beverly. Kicks it to Williams. Pass to Harkless. Clock at 6. Shot from 16. It's rebounded by Houston. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And here's Westbrook from the arc. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Capella.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Williams. He's got 9. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Capella trying to free himself up, and he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for Austin Rivers.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
Harrell with it. He's got 14. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Los Angeles, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he knocks down the first one. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead. And now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. The Clippers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
JaMychal Green taking 2 shots.
That's on the first.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Green. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Lob pass to Capella. The shot will not fall.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Now Rivers, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. Rivers against Beverly. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Patrick Beverly, averaging about 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Clippers trail by 18. Here's Williams. Good work defensively by Harden.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Pass to McLemore. Chandler down low. Harrell on him. Chandler, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Williams for 3. That shot misses. And Houston the other way now.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
It's Harden with the drive, and the rejection by Harrell. And that one's good. Beverly's got 4 this quarter.
Even when contact comes Beverly's way, I mean, he's a pro at finishing, absorbing it so well on these shots.
Chandler outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That's good from Chandler.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Now here's Williams. 10 points for him. Goes up to the stripe, and he drops that one in. Williams has got 12 in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. From outside the arc. No good there.
And Harden showing great strides of improvement on D, really doing his best to bother shooters.
And so it's the Houston Rockets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Clippers trail by 20. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Harden out there with McLemore. And it's House in at the small forward. Now here's Williams. Over in the corner, Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Passes it to Harden. This one for 3. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when he's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
A second chance effort. Zubats. Good on the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Now, here's Tucker. He dishes it to House. And the rejection by Zubats. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Leonard, he's checked in for Harkless.
Kawhi Leonard.
Harden inside the three-point line. Nice jump shot. Good. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Outside Williams. Outside George. 6 to shoot. Over Harden. Zubats trying to break loose. And it's George missing.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Harden dishes to Tucker. Shoots over Zubats. A nice shot by Tucker.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard attacking, and the shot is good. Leonard's got 22.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight?
Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And I'd like to see Capella expand his offensive game a little more. I mean, I love seeing him take these shots.
Here's George. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. House, the pass to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Chris, what's your definition of most valuable player?
LeBron, Michael Jordan. Okay, let me. Okay, the best player in the league. That's my definition. Who makes players better? Who brings the fans into the game? There's only one type of player that's an MVP, and there's only about 6 guys any year that can be MVP. But if you're talking about guys that help you, let's say, are the best on a contract or getting the most bang for their buck, you got to look at guys like a Siakam. You know, he's just making over $2 million this season, still playing on that rookie contract, and those are the guys that are on their way up. So you can always find young talent playing for maybe less than what they should be getting at that time, but the most valuable player continues to be the top 6 players of the league, period.
Westbrook pulls it in. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Westbrook's got 25 points in the game.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
So active, so energetic, helping to lead the charge for this team.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Westbrook, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
So for the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Paul George. Rodney McGruder comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Robinson is subbed in for Lou Williams. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Mann passes to Robinson. Actually read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Pulls up for three. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got his first 3 points of the game.
They wouldn't want all of their guys shooting a three on the break, but when it's him, he's got the green light.
Now the pass to Clark. Here's Clemens. Another miss by Houston. Clippers trail by 19. And it's blocked. With the floater and the rejection by Zubac. The shot by Frazier, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
From deep three-point range. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. A different look for the Clippers. George is checked in for Patterson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Robinson. Rockets leading by 19. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
Hey fans who want a free t-shirt, make some noise!
And here's Westbrook. Pass to Cephalosha. Back to Westbrook. They could use a bucket. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 28.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. Shot clock at 3. Tucker. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And now it's 27 points for Clint Capella.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Westbrook against Beverley. Westbrook with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Cephalosha. Goes back up. Capella. And the rejection by Zubats. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Offensive rebound. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. House is checked in. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. To the left wing. Here's Westbrook. Knocked away. Stolen by Beverly. Out to the right wing. Drops one in from the wing.
And really, Beverly is very reliable from the mid-range area. I mean, his jumper has come a long way.
Harden outside. And the rejection by Harrell. They push it up 4-on-3. George, that's a two-pointer, and he's finally able to knock one down.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, that's the one area where they've had an edge, but they've been outworked in too many other aspects of this game.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really not. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star games I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
He's not just an outside threat. Harden's a player who can score from anywhere.
Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. And George drops them both. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game. And that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, James Harden. Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Harden hits them both.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double, that was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
Now here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
2.
First one falls for him. We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Here's Patterson. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Magruder. Back to Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 12 points here in the second half. Houston leading by 21.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Clint Capella.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Yeah, easy call.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Clippers, Kevin Gelly. 2 shots.
Two.
And he makes the first. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Houston now. They have a 19-point lead. Pass to Hartenstein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Isaiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Beverly the pass to Kabengele. That one good for 2.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Clemens, defended by Beverly. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.